Well, good afternoon, good evening, good morning to everybody over here. This is Jason over here, Signature Esports SETV on Roku, brought to you by 46branding.com. Make sure you go check out those designs that are classic in nature, represent classic and swag. It's a little late in the evening over here in my neck of the woods, but I do appreciate everybody tuning in, of course, out there chatted up with me, and we will continue to get things underway as everybody's hitting pit road right now. Qualifying should be finishing up, and we should get things under wraps here in just a moment. I'm going to have to, I think, advance the session. I'm not quite sure what's going on with that, but we will double check and see what's going on with that, and we'll be right back with you here in just a moment. Don't let your business hit the wall in 2020. Ride on board with a top team that crosses the line in P1. As a business owner, the fine line between success and failure is making smart decisions. One of the smartest decisions is hiring the right financial partner to help you run and grow your business. That's where KSDT CPA has got you covered. Whether it's taxes, audit, or consulting, KSDT is a full-service CPA and advisory firm that can handle all of your accounting and business needs to help you achieve all of your goals. Follow KSDT CPA on all of the social channels today, or go to ksdtcpa.com to find out more information. KSDT CPA is recognized by Forbes as one of America's top tax firms for 2020 and is a frequent sponsor of the Truck, Xfinity, and NASCAR Cup Series. Alrighty, we're back to it once again. Much appreciation to everybody out there. We did get it figured out. SERS, or the Signature Esports Road Series. Forgive the icon for the Cup Series up there. We had to get some of that stuff changed out. James Pierce is going to lead the P217s, the LMP2s, out on the grid. You're taking a look at what's going on there. Then we've got Mario Mirinda, Sean Conklin had to take a hiatus, but Chris Progar is going to be right there. Michael Woolley and Eric Pelletier. He is out of Canada. He's going to be there as well. In the GTEs, it's going to be Josh Klinger, Eric Schaefer, Chris Roberg in a Ferrari, and then Douglas Carlson in a BMW. Back down to Cody Kinsey, Daryl Paget, and Jesse Priest. Then in the GT3s, Matthew Belt, Michael Newbrow, Kevin Delia, and Daniel Helm. That's how things are going to work out. We're going to splash through the grid real quick as you see it right there. And, of course, my name's Jason, Signature Esports. That is the name of the game. And, my goodness, it's going to be fun. That's for sure. We're at the Daytona Road Course right here. Daytona International Speedway, the road course 3.54 miles with a track temperature of 93 degrees Fahrenheit, air temperature of 70 degrees. And this is style with the Dallara P217, the GTE class, and the GT3 class. First in all the major things that we are trying to be, but we do have an overall standings. Everybody's gridded together. And it is a class-style race, but at the end of the day, it's going to be about who finishes first, because we got some cash in the run, cash in the on the line here tonight. Mr. Pierce, Mr. Mirinda are going to lead the LMPs to the line for the P217s, and we're going to have a lot of fun. Pace car is going to dive off, or the caution car is going to dive off. And we're going to see them accelerate at a high rate of speed and a whole lot of fun. And I do appreciate everybody being tuned in. Just a beautiful, beautiful sight. 2 seconds in between. There goes the P217s. There is the gain coming in between the line. This one's a doozy. Always hard to see what's going to come of it as they come around into turn 2. A little bit loose. Oh, Fast fixes are in. We only got one of them as everybody's kind of collected. Everybody gets ran into each other, but it's about the class of speed and how fast they can get things going. As you're seeing now, the second class, the GTE class, is running in there. There is the BMWs trying to be as competitive as they can, and right here, the draft is going to be a major factor as they're trying to stay out of each other. There's Chris Robert right there, another Canadian driver. He is kicking butt and taking names. James Spears falls all the way back to third. The man himself, Michael Woolley, out front after everybody gets loose in turn one. Turn one was always what everybody was worried about. And, we'll turn iRacing down. Appreciate you for letting me know. Thanks, Tyler. Appreciate that very much. And you're seeing kind of everybody run together right there. There goes all of these cars. Just a whole lot of fun. There is Michael Woolley into the bus stop right there, trying to make a clean exit. Cautions are localized for everybody, and now you're seeing Woolley, Pierce, Pelletier. He is out there. Josh Klinger first in the GTEs. He's got Eric Schaefer all of the rear of him right there. There's Oceanside's Cleaner Black Horse Auto Transport. There's that BMW doing a very fantastic job. 90 minutes of driving is what we're doing here. So basically the first in each series is going to be the big factor. As you see, Mario Miranda going past Josh Klinger right there, trying to get back to the front of the track. He was hauling. Speeds are important. Good braking, good traction. There is Mario Miranda, the 222, coming around and trying to gain back into things. A lot of fun to be out there in these cars. I'm a big fan of the 217. It's a new release from iRacing. If it's tuned in right, top speed's about 204 miles an hour. That's what I've seen here at the Daytona International Speedway. We ran them, did a lot of testing with the series that we wanted to run, and so we were trying to figure out which cars we were going to have, and that right there was definitely something that we had to continue to think about. Ooh, there is the dashboard of Mario Miranda as he's coming around the outstretch turn, or the backstretch would be turn 7 right there. So there he is running his line. Ooh, a little blink on his end. Nothing big though. James Pierce out front though. He is running a fine line in that 40 Eco Boost paint scheme on that Delar P217 himself. Michael Woolley just 3.3 seconds off of him right there as he is still trying to make it work. Let's go back to the first car in the GT3 series. Here's an Audi. Matthew Belt, currently P7 in the series. The car's coming off pit road right now, trying to play it safe. No doubt trying to use those fast fixes after having some issues pretty early on. Chris Progar, Daryl Paget coming off right now. There is Eric Schaefer. He's now in 10th place. He is fourth car in his series, 46 seconds off, of course, the race leader, but that right there is not gonna be an issue. "90 minutes of racing, 5 minutes under the belt." I appreciate everybody sitting out there and doing a great job of being a part of what Signature Esports has to hold. And we're kind of digging it, kind of digging what we're doing here. And as I learn more and more about road racing, I'm going to continue to be a part of the road racing IMSA series, which is what we're trying to design here. IMSA style racing with the best of both worlds, the timing tower, of course, reflecting overall position, and that's what we are trying to figure out right here. The best Australian out there, Daryl Paget, he is in there as well. He's running for Team Don't Hit Me. A couple of different teams out here. Team Championship is going to be on the line. This is going to be a great series for everybody, as Mario Miranda is trying to pick back up where he left off with one of our last races, as he is trying to catch James Pierce up there. Mario Miranda running the 222 and the James Pierce running that Dallara. Still leading out there. In the P217 series, Josh Klinger leading the GTE series. As you hear that rumble from that BMW. There's Chris Roberg right behind him, trying to catch up to him. He is roughly about a second and a half off of Josh Klinger. As you're going to see him right in front of him, right there, about a second. Now as he's coming down into the bus stop. Chris Roberg hitting the bus stop very, very nicely. Nice and smooth as he comes down to the exit on the entrance of traditional turn 3 for Daytona. Beautiful Canadian Ferrari FRL Racing League, the Fast Lane Racing League out there on iRacing. Go and check those guys out. Klinger doing a great job in his series, trying to keep Matt Belt and, of course, everybody else right behind him. Eric Schaefer about a minute and 15 seconds off of the race leader. Look at the sector time for P5 and P6, Roberge and Belt. Who's gaining on who? This is Chris. He is about 16 tenths of a second, or 16 100ths of a second, but he is all over the back bumper of Josh Klinger right there. Josh doing a great job of just trying to run his line and have a clean race. Best fit is going to be exactly that right there. Here's Kevin Delia out of Illinois, the number 9 driver. He is currently sitting in 7th place. He's got Eric Schaefer right in front of him. He is trying to get in front of him. There's another Black Horse Auto Transport paint scheme. Looks like we had to turn the grid off on that one, but that's all right when it comes to the mask overlay. Michael Newbra out there as well. Everybody knows these guys. Drinking Bros Racing. He is number 50. He's scored in 10th place right here, the number 7 in the series. Number 56 all over. He gets a little bit loose on the exit of the International Horseshoe right there as he comes in right here to run a faster line. Right behind him, Team Don't Hit Me, another Ferrari out there. There's Cody Kinsey. Kinsey's Performance running the DC scheme all over that Ferrari. Fantastic little line running that DTE, of course. Clicking through the relative, trying to see where everybody's at. There's Chris Progar, Green Mountain Enterprises. He was out there. We just saw him racing the Wheel and Modifieds just a little bit ago, so he is back out there. He's got his Dallara P217 ready to go. Fox scheme all over the board. He is trying to get back a lap and get himself back into the running of things. As James Pierce and Mario Miranda still continue to lead the field out front, as you see Pierce putting in the work. Lap traffic ahead of him, lap traffic behind him is just doing the better deed. Got 0.3 of a second faster than Mario Mirinda in second place right there. Sector 3 is looking quite nicely for him. As you see, Mario Mirinda is still trying to close the gap. That low line speed, super fast. Eric Pelletier, he is gaining his positions back right here. Trying to run a clean lines. Everybody's having a fantastic evening out there. Drinking Bros Cars Look Good, says Nick and Flicka Esports. Tyler Stillwell, thank you very much out there for tuning in. Bradley Jacob Dunson. Sean Lodis, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you. It's absolutely wonderful to see. Fields are going to be full when we go to the first season. When we open up the first season, we're going to be right back here with the Daytona road race. That's going to happen next week. We wanted to take another week to kind of figure some more things out, get everybody a chance to not only pay their dues, but get out here and practice. As Mario Mirinda passes Eric Schaefer. Interval in between the cars in front of him. That's what matters to me right here. Here goes Mario Mirinda. He's still 8.5 seconds off. Pierce doing a great job. Still holding it off. You see him way out front, out of the Mid-South. And who said the Mid-South boys couldn't turn right? Tink and Fleeka Esports out there. Of course, someone to be watching feels like I'm never going to be able to drive. So you got to watch. Well, you got to support the league. You got to support the series. Is it's just a lot of fun to me. Trying to see where everybody's coming up. We've got our static cams going everywhere. That hard break into turn one is absolutely atrocious. Because you've got that double S right here. And you've got a good exit into this is hard break. This is what we consider turn 3. And it literally just shakes. That horseshoe turn that comes up that heads down to what would be the exit of traditional turn 2. Here's one horseshoe. And here is another one right here, as you see. Fred the Flagman's twin, Glenn, out there. Interval still increasing. Mario Mirinda out there. Pelletier has got some company. International S's are that first S curve after turn 1. It's busy. There's turn 3 for everybody right there. Pelletier has got a couple people in front of him right there, it looks like. Daniel Helm, my man, over at Team Don't Hit Me. Daniel driving, of course, that fantastic Ferrari for Team Don't Hit Me. Shane White out there. I like James Pierce's red, white, and blue scheme. I kind of like it too. It's a good Ford, that classic Ford scheme. As now you see two LMPs behind Daniel as he is just trying to keep his pace. Would be Chris Progar right there, Green Mountain Enterprises. He's getting himself back in the mix. But he's got, that's lap traffic. Or somebody goes into the, there goes Progar right there. He's going to have to hold off and wait and serve his black flag penalty. There goes that Progar. There's Progar right there. Somebody went off track right there and missed it. He did miss it. Was that Pelletier? I believe that was Eric Pelletier. Currently, yep, there he is. Went off track right there. Went through the grass. Has to come back out. Excuse me. Eric Schaefer. Here he comes around. Drinking Bros Racing, number 14 in the Road Series. He is ready to rock and roll. Entrance at turn 1 is always everybody's kryptonite, but he has got it down, and that number 14 is continuing to scream. 15 minutes in, and it's been a very spread out field, and it's all about who finishes at the end. Pelletier is on pit road. You're going to see that right there. Here is Eric Schaefer, who's going to be competing in the Signature Esports Road Series each and every doubleheader Friday, which we start off with the Whelen Modified Series. That does happen at 7 p.m. Race time about 7:30 p.m. So we broadcast about 7:20 on the East Coast. Then starting, we got the timing kind of figured out tonight, starting at 10:30 Eastern. That's when we're going to have our stream up for the Signature Esports Road Series. That's going to be every Friday night. Tomorrow night we have the Signature eNASCAR Truck Series. That's going to be going live at 8:20 Eastern. Chicagoland Racing. And while we have a minute, gotta give a shout out to the sponsors because they do a great job. And I'll be right back with you. Don't let your business hit the wall in 2020. Ride on board with a top team that crosses the line in P1. As a business owner, the fine line between success and failure is making smart decisions. One of the smartest decisions is hiring the right financial partner to help you run and grow your business. That's where KSDT CPA has got you covered. Whether it's taxes, audit, or consulting, KSDT is a full-service CPA and advisory firm that can handle all of your accounting and business needs to help you achieve all of your goals. Follow KSDT CPA on all of the social channels today, or go to ksdtcpa.com to find out more information. KSDT CPA is recognized by Forbes as one of America's top tax firms for 2020 and is a frequent sponsor of the Truck, Xfinity, and NASCAR Cup Series. If you're looking for fast, reliable, and trusted auto transportation, look no further than Black Horse Auto Transport. Whether your vehicle's running or not, let us haul your classic, exotic, or luxury vehicle today. Whether it's across town or across the country, Black Horse Auto Transport has all of your needs. Find us on Facebook at Black Horse Auto Transport or give us a call at area code 704-308-7740. Well, we're going to be back at it again. Mario Miranda still trying to track down James Pierce. He had the interval down to 6 seconds, and then he just had an off track that put him pretty much having to have a 1.5 second penalty. But I wanted to take you back to the very start of the race when they were going into turn 1, where everything kind of just went crazy for everybody. Here's a look at it, brought to you by STK Gaming. Just an amazing looking wreck. Hate to say that. But, yeah, back to the audio right there. And so we saw it right there. And then shortly after that was a couple of extra turns. These guys were coming in. Schaefer had come off track right there and had to lock up his brakes, got spun around just a little bit. Couple of other things that happened. This was Kevin Delia. He was coming down to get into the turn, and he kind of got sideways and was trying to turn back around, but tapped the wall right there. And just a little while ago, 22 minutes in, these guys were trying to approach the turn. Cody Kinsey kind of spun around just a little bit right there, and they call that a crash, but that wasn't a crash to me. And this is Eric Schaefer. Looked like he was getting into the turn. Locked it up. And I did the same thing somebody just a little while ago, so they called that a crash, even though it didn't really do anything but scorch his tires. These guys have completed 13 laps. We go back to live conditions. Here's Cody Kinsey back in it. Getting passed by Pelletier there on the bottom. And Cody Kinsey coming across to complete another lap. Josh Klinger in a commanding lead for the GTEs. Currently sitting P3 on the boards. Only 1 lap difference, 2-second difference between he and Mario Miranda. He and Mario Miranda, he's keeping up with the GT or the LMPs out there with the P217 for the Dallara. So that's pretty impressive to say the least. As you see him trying to stay strong. Mario Miranda 7 seconds out. James Pierce, there he is, going across the front stretch. Driving to the number 18. He's got that Dallara P217 just screaming. But Mario Miranda is still tracking him down. He is coming around into turn 1 as well. So he is just trying to shave off as much time as he can. Matt Belt, currently P5 over Pelletier. Pelletier is going to pass him on this lap right here. But I tell you what, in the GT3s, he is kicking butt and taking names. The big Yeet Audi, he is all over it. Delia he's not doing too bad. He is driving that Black Horse Auto Transport number 9 all the way around. He's not doing too bad, Cody. He's currently 8th in the session in his class. He is 3rd overall, it looks like. So lots of things going there. All the teams that you have there. I was still wondering. I'm gonna have to change all of this over so that way I can see. I have to see how we get our display over to multi-class, because it's supposed to be a multi-class. Best lap for him. Coming down pit road, he's gonna change some things out. These guys have all the tires in the world to use. Josh Klinger, Black Horse Auto Transport, OCR Racing, involved in all of basically almost everything that we do except for the Whelen Modifieds. He's out there running his number 21 all the way around the track. Now these guys already have numbers assigned to them in the league, so you're going to see different numbers in the next session. But some of these guys are just cup guys. They want to get out here and they want to be competitive in the IMSA series. And some of these guys are IMSA drivers when it comes to real road course racing. So Josh Klinger now a lap down on the leader, but right behind him, Roberge is trying to catch him in that Ferrari. GTEs are battling. These two are doing a great job as the gap has shrank by about 2.5 seconds between the fourth and fifth, or third and fourth, which is going to be Klinger and Roberge. Pelletier is working his way back up to the field. Number 75, driving that Delar. Progar is working his way back as well. He had a little bit of an issue earlier where he kind of got into a little bit of a turn, but he is running that podium. Delar at P217 all the way around the track. Matthew Belt down the line. The number 17. That Audi is looking strong for him in the GT3 class. There is Eric Schaefer. A little bit of front end nose damage, but he is out there to run his race and run as clean as possible. Points would be a factor when it comes to what they drive. And there is Cody Kinsey. Man from Team Don't Hit Me. He is out there running his race as well. Mr. Newbrow, I wonder if you are sitting on pit road for a reason. You might be getting some repairs. Drinking bros. Let's set those cameras back up. Kind of thought I had them already. All right, pause for the cause, because I think I might be able to load that in. So we'll work on that as you guys go racing with all of the drivers out there. And yeah, it's going to be fun. And the sounds of iRacing, brought to you by Bulldog Sports Cards and Collectibles. Find them on Facebook, eBay, and of course out there on Amazon.com, selling all of your collectibles, your dreams, your sports, your hobbies, everything that you want to be a part of. As you're going to see the number 18 still leading out there, 11 seconds over Mario Miranda to the 222, still trying to find his way around the track. He is coming into turn one right here. A little bit of lap traffic right there. Eric Schaefer trying to give room to his teammate. Team class is very important here when it comes to running because there's more money on the line right there. Mario Miranda trying to do his job. And right behind him, Eric Schaefer. May have a little bit of front end nose damage, but he's still driving that car like he owns it. Which he does. You have to buy this car. Absolute fantastic drive. Little drift around the corner there, but he's still doing a great job continuing to move around. There's Cody Kinsey. He is back up in the mix. Top 10 looking for him right now overall. But in his series, we will look at the results according to it. Long look at the lap times for everybody as they continue to move around. 30 minutes in, 60 minutes to go here at the International House of Pancakes. I'm totally kidding. This is Daytona International Speedway. The Road Series is officially put together and underway. We've got a few more cars that still have to join, but they are definitely enjoying the track. These two back on the track once again. There's Michael Newbrow, and I do believe Whoa, Michael comes off track right there, but that's all right. He doesn't hit the wall. That's the most important part about it. There's Delia back there again. He's moved up a spot, trying to catch Matt Belt, who's right in front of him, and then Audi. He's about half a track away from him, or 14 seconds away from him, or 40 seconds away from him. So that's where he is trying to get to. Eric Schaefer, he is up a lap on him, and Pelletier is finally worked his way back into the mix of the top three. So there's Pierce, Miranda, Progar, Klinger. Now we've started to see all of the DeLauers work their way back into their class series where you would think that they would be. Josh Klinger, though, is still holding strong. I mean, the man can still drive a GTE. He utilizes all of the track and does a great job. Chris Roberg, another GTE driver. He's all right there. Eric Schaefer. And then as we go all the way down, Michael Newbrow still on track. Daniel Helm, he is right there. One of my favorite paint schemes. I've seen it all over Trading Paints, and I'm still digging it. I think I've got that for the Porsche and the BMW that I own. Ferrari, a great driving car, and he's got no taillights. Here's Cody Kinsey back at it. DC, we're going to work on a Don't Hit Me scheme for him. Let's ride along with a few of the drivers and see how they're doing. Let's start with, you've seen a lot of the cars already, but here, let's take a look at gyro cam for Matthew Belt in the number 8. Nope, Daniel does not have a hood. He almost got into the brakes a little hard there. And you saw him get a little bit squirrely, but still good things going. Thank you for the new follows out there. Appreciate you very much. Twitch.tv/Signature Esports, Facebook.com/Signature Esports, Signature Esports on YouTube as well. And then Roku. Get your favorite Roku enabled device or your favorite smart TV. Ooh, a little bit squirrely. Like Daniel got into his brakes a little bit more quickly, and Delia wasn't prepared for it. Yeah, not Delia. Matthew Belt wasn't prepared for it just yet. But here is the dreaded turn number 3 that everybody here has had some issues with. Like he said, you don't need no stinking hood. James Pierce coming off the turn 2 exit right there. Middle of turn 1. It's kind of hard to see how that pans into effect, but we could probably go over that a little bit later in our next broadcast when we actually have a little bit more vernacular down for you. That's what we are working on. Overhead view of the Daytona International Speedway. There is James Pierce. Here's Josh Klinger. We were talking about him quite a bit so far. The BMW doing a great job. Except for now, he just went off. Oh, what happened? Ease into the gas. Get back into it. That's at turn 3 that I was talking about. And that gives an opportunity for Roberge, who is starting to catch up. He dropped back just a little bit. Here's that big old horseshoe that we were talking about. This is the turn 1 or turn 6 in the overall grand scheme of things. I'm looking everything up right here. I want to make sure I have the right vernacular for you. And there's Chris Roberge. He is trying to get by some lap traffic right there to try to catch that man right there. The gap, you see it. Josh Klinger driving the backstretch into the bus stop. And it does so very cleanly and quite nicely. Take a look and see where James Pierce is. He's coming in through the international bus stop as well, as he's about to use that speed to his advantage, but not far off of him. Mario Miranda has closed the gap to 5.3 seconds between he and the race leader. As you see, he is trying his darndest to catch Pierce and finally pass him. 30 minutes of racing, or 40 minutes of racing, and now in the books. There's a little bit of damage now fixed, as it looks like it was Eric Schaefer coming off pit road right there. Someone was asking me a little bit ago what's going to be on the race schedule for the Road Series. So I'm going to go over that with you guys for just a little bit. If you want to be a part of the Road Series, all you have to do is go to signatureesports.com, click on iRacing Leagues, and find the Signature Esports Road Series. Fill out the application, get a part of the Discord, and then apply online. And there is an entry fee to be a part of this league. It's our first one that we're doing. The gap between Miranda and Pierce now under 5 seconds, as he is having lap traffic to be contended with. So we're going to get over there real quick and see what's going on with Pierce as he's coming through the international bus stop. 40 minutes in, 50 minutes to go. These guys are hauling. Pit stop cycles coming for folks. You're going to start seeing that here. Pretty much it's going to be what's going to be out there. So you're going to see the pit lane working itself together. Mario Morinda catching Pierce very, very quickly. Trying to get this stuff all situated. My timing boxes are just a little bit too big, and you know, what a good way to figure this stuff out, well, when I'm broadcasting an exhibition race for you guys right here. So you're seeing Pierce, he's got some traffic. Morinda within 1.2 seconds behind him. There they are right there. He's trying to get around the lap traffic. He's going to go and split the middle. There's, looks like Josh Klinger and wasn't Progar, but that was Josh Klinger. It looked like Delia, he was right there as well. So Pierce coming to pit lane, and Morinda now out front, and he's going to try to put it down. I don't know what his fuel situation looks like just yet, but at least we can look at the pit strategy. Let's take a look and see what happened. Morinda 5 laps into a pit cycle. Pierce is as well. He is there to work on a few things. Mario Morinda out front. That's something that we've said quite a bit here at the Signature Esports Series. And he is back at it again in his ways. Pierce looks like he is still on pit road. And that's not at all what we wanted. He's getting his pit done, and looks like he's getting a little bit of damage fixed, and he's got an opportunity to work on that car and get it going. Josh Klinger back up to third. There is the man himself. Josh Klinger coming out of the S-curves after turn 1 into turn 3. Love the ground camera right there. A whole lot of fun, whole lot of work. Appreciate everybody out there continuing to watch. It is definitely something fun, something interesting. Klinger in third. Pierce now coming out of pit roads. He is finally... Well, maybe he had to cancel. Something's going on. Mario Miranda is out front, though. We're seeing that man run around. Can't give up. 45 minutes in. We are halfway through. And just the battles that are going on. Like Progar and Klinger. Progar gets around, so he is trying to catch Mario Miranda to gain a little bit of that time back. Josh Klinger still there. Pierce is, looks like he is out. There's Eric Pelletier. He is there as well. 2 laps under the race leader. There's Chris Roberge. He is really working his way through. He's a lap down from Josh Klinger. Matthew Belt still doing a great job in the GT3 class. You see the Audi really screaming through the bus stop. A big yeet going on there. And like I said, pause for the cause, guys. I will be back with you here in just a moment.
If you're looking for fast, reliable, and trusted auto transportation, look no further than Black Horse Auto Transport. Whether your vehicle's running or not, let us haul your classic, exotic, or luxury vehicle today. Whether it's across town or across the country, Black Horse Auto Transport has all of your needs. Find us on Facebook at Black Horse Auto Transport or give us a call at area code 704-308-7740. Don't let your business hit the wall in 2020. Ride on board with a top team that crosses the line in P1. As a business owner, the fine line between success and failure is making smart decisions. One of the smartest decisions is hiring the right financial partner to help you run and grow your business. That's where KSDT CPA has got you covered. Whether it's taxes, audit, or consulting, KSDT is a full-service CPA and advisory firm that can handle all of your accounting and business needs to help you achieve all of your goals. Follow KSDT CPA on all of the social channels today, or go to ksdtcpa.com to find out more information. KSDT CPA is recognized by Forbes as one of America's top tax firms for 2020 and is a frequent sponsor of the Truck, Xfinity, and NASCAR Cup Series.
You ever feel like you hit the wrong button? Oh, that was it right there. All right, Sounds of iRacing coming at you for just a little bit. And we're just going to take our time. We're going to adjust some things while we do it. Appreciate everybody out there doing what you guys do. I am literally working on some things. We had it all figured out, and then I forgot that a couple of weeks ago, SDK had an update that kind of wiped the whole system, so I had to rebuild everything, and when I did, kind of forgot what I was doing here, so, well, not forgot, but had to go in and remake everything, and I don't have this set according to, you know, the complete settings I had it before, so. But Matt Belt's doing a great job, currently in 6th. There's Dillier, he is in 7th. Cody Kenzie, these guys are all in the same relative of each other. Cody Kenzie running in 8th place overall. As Mario Miranda still continues to lead out there, commanding 2-lap gap over everybody. Chris Progar, though, he is still doing a good job. His gap seems to be closing just a little bit, but he is getting back to it. Cody Kenzie spins off right there, it looks like. You see how close everybody actually is to each other when it comes to the track. The exit of one turn looks like it's blind to another. Josh Klinger still running in 3rd, coming off, looks like that's turn 3. The main turn 3 of what you would think. If he's coming down a pit road, he is. The man's trying to get down a pit road as fast as possible to continue to run his lap. Still sitting in 3rd place in his class. Mario Miranda still leading. There's Chris Progar. He is trying his best to shrink that 4 minute. It was 4 minutes and 50 seconds. Now it's 3 minutes 51 seconds. So he's gained a little bit of time over it. His last lap was about 1/10 of a second faster, or sorry, 1 full second faster than Mario Miranda. So maybe Mario's trying to take his time a little bit. Not sure. Doesn't really matter. I do believe he might be coming to pit road right now. Either way, there's Mario Miranda. Turn 1, traditional turn 1 of Daytona. Here's a look at what it looks like from the ground view of everything. Spartan Clan got iRacing meatballed somehow. James Peters. Oh. Not sure what I was going to say. I don't know what happened there. I saw you there for a moment, and next thing you know, you weren't there. So saw you go to pit road, and we were trying to see what was going on with you. But good to see you out there still. You were leading quite a big distance there. Oh, Progar's there. Progar's on pit road. That's what he was looking for. Klinger is out there. Here's a look at his front bumper. A little overhead view. I really like this view when it comes to this track. It's not as great for some of the other tracks, like some of the NASCAR guys know, the Glen or Sonoma or whatnot. But here, because everything's so self-contained the way it is, you can pretty much see what's going on. 2739 in repairs. Man. No bueno, man. No bueno. Well, I did put in that first turn. I wondered. It was interesting. We saw everybody kind of go into that turn and who was going to give, who was not going to give, and that's kind of where it ended up being. All right, Progar's getting his repairs. Klinger is trying to move himself up into conditions that are more favorable. Maybe try to be P2 and over a Dallara. He and Chris Roberge, the GTE class, are already leading over one Dallara behind him. So that's a BMW and a Ferrari. That's Chris Roberge right there, another Canadian driver. Josh Klinger on the front stretch already into turn 1. Look at turn 1 right here. It's almost a double apexing turn right there. As you see, I think that was Michael Newbraw down there. That was Michael Newbraw. Went off to the side right there. And some guys, whenever they break into that turn, as they downshift, they may downshift one paddle too many, and it kind of just turns them. Here goes Michael Newbrow on to that first horseshoe, or turn 3, what I like to call it. International horseshoe. Kind of like fun-loving turn. You see Newbrow, he gets a little bit loose right there, downshifted into first instead of staying in second whenever he probably could have stayed there. So there's third, second into turn 1, or into traditional turn 1 of Daytona International Speedway, up to third gear, and fourth. You can see down on the bottom right hand of your screen. Rogar's a big dead. Where are you, a big dead, buddy? No bueno, man. No bueno. You're doing a great job. There's Josh Klinger. Chris Roberg is coming through the international bus stop. Pelletier's right there with him as well. Matthew Belt's right behind him. Delia, though, Delia's doing a great job. He is keeping it consistent on the track. Look at the session state, 28 minutes left to go. Oh, for the 2160 you did exiting the king. Oh, I got you. I got you. Yeah. We call that, since you're watching, I call it 2160 this right here. It's the helicopter award. Thank you, everybody, for continuing to tune in. Thank you all of our sponsors for what they do as well. It's a great little feature. We're trying to reach the international circuit and the overseas traffic, so keep that in mind if you want to be a part of the Signature Esports Road Series. We'd love to fill this grid up to 60 drivers. That would be absolutely amazing. Of course, it would also be very, very hectic, but we are allowing teams and, of course, only a certain amount of each class of car. So the LMPs, or the Laras, the 217s, the car that you see that our race leader right here, Mario Mirinda, is driving. This car right here, we're only allowing 16 total drivers in those, and then I believe it's something like 20 or 24 of the GTE class cars, which is like the BMW or the Ferrari that Chris Roberge is driving right here. And then the Audi of Matt Belt that's right behind him, that's a GT3 class car. That's going to make up the remainder of the field. I think it's 14 that's going to be left in an open session. So absolutely a wonderful, beautiful, fantastic time, but that's the amount of drivers we're going to allow in. In order to qualify for the championship, you have to race 70% of the races, and of course, pay your fee. We want to make sure that everybody gets the opportunity to do it. Of course, all on points. Points are traditional to IMSA style. Qualifying is pretty close to IMSA style. We just changed one thing about it, and that is instead of all at once, we qualified each class separately, so everybody's going to get the same amount of time. It's just LMPs go together, the GTEs go together, the GT3s go together. So, absolute wonderful, wonderful situation to be in. And these cars look beautiful on these tracks. This is absolutely what I wanted to get into when it came to broadcasting for iRacing. Talking about ovals all the time. Everybody's in such close proximities. There's always action going on. So here, I wanted to get into a style of racing that, was just beautiful to me. So every bit of this is absolutely amazing. So Mario Mirinda is leading, and he's got a 3-lap difference between Klinger and everybody else. So he could pretty much ride around and 3/4 throttle and nobody will catch him, but he's about to put Josh Klinger another lap down. Is all the way up there. Mario Mirinda went off track there. He did go off track just a little bit. So he is back into throttle again, though. That car has the ability to do 204 miles an hour. Josh Klinger right there, the Oceanside Cleaner, Black Horse Auto Transport, tuner, little, what he's got. Chris Robert, he is doing as good a job as any. Intervals between he and the drivers in front of him. There they are, 26 seconds between he and Josh Klinger. He is trying his best, but he's going to come. He's holding a strong P3. There's Pelletier. He is driving the P217 as well. The Dallara, one of my favorite cars to drive, and absolutely amazing to be out there doing that. Delia doing a great job. Still, Illinois driver, the number 9. Digging his style. He is coming at a turn 1. The hard hairpin turn. You see that apex. The tires just look like they want to give out right there. And it's got a little S, and then it comes around to another horseshoe. Super, 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 super awesome. Just the drone, aka Chopper Cam. Get a real feel for how these guys make their entrances and exits, which I kind of dig myself. Alrighty. I want to take a vocal break and let you guys ride around. Be right back with you. Well, I do believe Daniel Helm got his hood back on his car. We're going to ride along with him for just a little bit. Team Don't Hit Me, currently sitting in 9th place in the series. One minute, 12 seconds complete. 18 minutes to go in the session. Signature Esports Road Series Racing. 90-minute sessions. It just seems like it takes a long time, but realistically, I've just kind of been looking at it. Co-commentators come in our next series, so we're going to be talking about kind of everything racing related. We'll be talking about not just the rest of the series, but it'll give us a chance to turn this into a regular evening broadcast, so you'll be able to catch up on everything racing related, including watching the Signature Esports Road Series race right here. You never know what's going to happen to your vehicle when you go into this series. Kind of some of the things that we have going on. We did give a fast fix in the iRacing series in this series, but seems like this thing's stuck in the cockpit. We don't want to be stuck in the cockpit right there. There goes Pelletier right there. But no, we want to make sure Pelletier finally pulls himself. Oh, he gets a little bit wide on the turn right there. Klinger goes back around him. Klinger's being very competitive against Dallara. They run a predictable line. It's their job to pass you. That's the standard that we have here. But yeah, just incredible little run that we have going on. We're going to build this late night iRacing broadcasting up to a standard above everybody else's, and yeah, it's going to be fun. But yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we get a little bit more prepared for, well, not just Road Series racing, but I want to be able to talk about what's going on actually in the series. We had talked about doing a podcast, and on Monday nights we use that as our free gaming night, where we get on and we play a game that is not necessarily traditional in standards like what we're doing here. We've been doing American Trucking Simulator. We've been doing that. World of Warcraft, we're gonna do something with that, even though World of Warcraft just announced today that their patch release was a no-go, so they're going to postpone the release of their game, of the new game, so we'll see that happen. Forgive the display. I'm actually going to have to refresh my gaming. So we're going to do that. Something was going on there, and we don't know why. So we will just exit out of that for a moment, and apologize to everybody about not being able to see it, but that is what happens whenever you run the live data and you are trying to make sure that it's running correctly. So bring it back up. And it looks like Josh Klinger, you hear that nice rumble. Really dig the sound of these cars. The BMW, when it's coming off the downshift, it sounds like fireworks. It's absolutely amazing. Thoroughly enjoy it. Cody Kinsey off track back there, it looks like. Pelletier on pit road now. Looking like he's going to get some stuff fixed. Cody Kinsey back on track, doing a great job. Letting Mario Miranda pass him for his... for another lap that he's going to lose there, but that's all right. There is the Mario Miranda Lights Out Esports Drinking Bros Racing number 222 here in the series. 193 coming into the bus stop. Such a great sound to hear. There's Josh Klinger onto the front stretch, 3 laps down from Mario Miranda, but you know, he is up there competing heavily. There's Chris Roberge up there as well. He's coming on the front stretch, 12.5 seconds behind Josh Klinger right there. He's going to take that Ferrari to the inside right there. Does a great job. I believe that was Cody Kinsey right there, right next to him. Those guys did a great job navigating that corner together. A lot to be proud of as they come around to turn 3. Turn 2 into turn 3, and then now to this big giant horseshoe that you're going to see. There's an S curve right there. Giant horseshoe. This is that almost 2-stage horseshoe that I like to call that. And then off into the turn 1 entrance, traditional turn 1 entrance right there. Oh, Cody Kinsey gets loose. And my goodness, he did get loose. He spun out right there. Take a look at that real quick. He was coming around, got into the corner, hit it, and when he accelerated, did a donut. Oh, he almost did it. I thought he did a donut. Never mind. Well, did donut. Did not donut. Kevin Delia stuck in the tires. Had to reset. I want to see how that... Oh, there we go. So he was coming into the international bus stop. Oh, bus stop went straight. And bam, got lodged. Couldn't move. My goodness. Mario Miranda's still out front. We're going to go back to live conditions right here. There is Mario Miranda, one of the best road course racers we've had the opportunity to race with. He's working on running the Petit Le Mans tomorrow. Le Mans. If this were for iRating right now, Mario Miranda would be up 70 points in the series. There he goes off into the bus stop. Bus stop course being that big giant shape like a bus. And there goes turn 3, traditional turn 3 and turn 4. Where you can get his speeds up to 194 miles an hour is what we saw earlier. And does so for 195, 197, almost 200. Almost 200. Stinking cool. Stinking cool. Alrighty. We've got roughly just under 10 minutes left of the race, and it's going to be quite exciting, quite fun to be a part of this. And thank you all for tuning in and sticking around and keeping everything as interesting as possible. If I sound like I'm dull and boring, I promise I'm not trying to be. I'm actually just here leisurely broadcasting tonight and giving you guys a preview of what we're going to be doing. And we'll get some of our features, some of our analysts in, not just with the Road Series, but for the Signature E NASCAR Cup Series, the Truck Series. We have an Xfinity Series getting ready to start. We have our own rating system that we're getting ready to introduce into our driving system here. We're going to create our own, so that's kind of something new and exciting, working on the software for that. So we love iRacing. We love the being a part of that group. We, at points, because of some of the drivers that we have, they race so much in leagues that they haven't worked on their ratings, and so we wanted to be able to rate them ourselves with our own MMR system. So something coming very, very, very close in the future, and some big credits and release patches and software, looking at some web-based software and some software that you can use on the rest of the iRacing platform. Eric Pelletier, there he is, the number 75. Canadian driver, fresh and new to everything that we're doing here. 90 minutes about to be finished. As you see, these things are going to be super, super long, but still kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fun for these guys. I wonder if they've even noticed that they've only driven 40 or 50 laps, considering it's a road course race. Some of the races that we run are about an hour and a half long, and we are only into 1 hour 31 minutes right here in this total broadcast. So absolute fantastic time, and it's going to be a blast when we get this underway next week. We're going to have a full race. We'll go over all of that stuff, and these drivers have finally gotten themselves into a groove, and we'll see how that goes for them. As the ticker counts down, Mario Miranda still is your leader, and we are still continuing the run right here. So no cautions to have to be thrown, so that was kind of nice. Everything was localized. There wasn't a 15-car pileup. I was watching a race, an IMSA style race. I think it was I want to say it was in Australia, where they hit an apex of a turn, and it was so narrow that a car actually got turned sideways in it, and it was kind of a blind curve. And the next thing you know, this car is basically parked sideways, and they're lodged sideways in the turn, and then there was, like, I don't know, I would say almost the entire field. I think only 2 people had gotten through that entire situation. The rest of the field was destroyed. Absolutely incredible to see. That is for sure. 1 hour, 30 minutes now sees its 5-minute countdown in the race. We have been following along with Chris Roberge. Josh Klinger is not far off the pace. You see that BMW coming home. He's going to look to try to finish his race in P1 in his class. And then Matthew Belt, no doubt, using the draft and trying to go around Cody Kenzie. There's a battle, 3 battle. There's Mario Miranda right there as well. And GT3 has the objectivity and the speed to be able to compete with the GTEs because of its turning bias, but the overall raw horsepower of the cars are typically just a little bit more fresh. My favorite car in the series is the Porsche. When it comes to the GTEs, it's the Porsche RSR. I really like that car. Now you see Cody Kenzie trying to get back around that Audi, but that Audi getting sideways. Everybody holding the brakes, split the distance. Goodness. Belt getting turned around right there. Here's Delia right there. Illinois driver still in 6th place. Cody Kinsey in a strong 7th. There it is, Michael Newbrow, Drinking Bros Racing number 9. 3 minutes to go in the race as Mario Mirinda could virtually park it on pit road and win this by getting a cup of Kool-Aid and some crackers. Here's a look at that again real quick. He was coming into the corner, and I believe Daniel was trying to give him enough room, and he braked. Look at that split. Super, super cool. Something happened to Cody Kinsey here. It's like, oh, he braked outside. Why do they call that a crash? It's not a crash. Live conditions once again count down at 2 minutes. The big factor is P3 going to be up for grabs because Chris Roberge, these two Canadians right here, and Eric Pelletier, he is on the tracks trying to chase down Chris, and they are within a good realm of each other. 3 seconds is the gap. 3 seconds is the distance. He has the horsepower to take away P3, but Chris has the wheels to be able to turn it in. 1 minute, 15 seconds left in the session. That means they're going to come around and complete their last lap. And that lap is going to be what counts for them. So it is going to be a sprint to the finish. 60 seconds left. Mario Mirinda is going to win it here quite easily in the Dallara class. But overall position is going to be a big one. Where is Pelletier going to finish? And according to Roberge, because Blimp View shows there's the distance between Roberge and Pelletier, the two Canadian drivers. You see the international bus stops coming up for Roberge, an opportunity for a 170 mile an hour car, 174 mile an hour car to be chased down by a 194 mile an hour car. Great exit by both of them. 15 seconds left. When they get to the line, this will determine it right here. P3 is up for grabs. Pelletier is going to pass him on the outside, so two Dallaras in the top 3. And that'll end the session. Roberge in third. Was in third and got chased down by the Dallara. The pure horsepower on the long stretch. He held it off as well as he could, so that's where it's going to be. Checkered flag's going to wave. And that is going to be your man right there. Mario Mirinda is going to win right here. Delia is going to be P6 position. Krogar as well. There's going to be your 3 class winners. Josh Klinger still coming around to finish his lap. Look like Pelletier and Roberge, they still have their fighting left to do. Josh Klinger doing a great job. It's not over until it's over. It's not finished until they say it's done. Thank you, everybody, for joining me tonight I know it was kind of a little less informal than I normally do, and I do appreciate it. It is something that we are working on, making sure that we get the rest of the field figured out and kind of determine what we're going to be doing. There is Josh Klinger 4 seconds up over everybody else. There is Pelletier. These guys were still running together. Here they are. Pelletier is going to hold off on there. Chris Roberts is going to come and finish his lap. The only person that we're waiting on right now is going to be Michael Newbrow. He's got to come around and finish his lap. And that'll set the field for us. And then once that does, we'll have our results. And we'll be done for the evening. You're absolutely perfect. We're gonna have a few more things coming up here very shortly. But here's a look at the results as it should stand up here. I hope it does. The overall race results, you're going to take a look at that. Mario Mirinda, Josh Klinger, and Pelletier, that's going to be your top three. Your class winners, Mario Mirinda is going to come home first. Josh Klinger is going to be first in the GTEs. And then all the way down to Matt Belt is going to be your GTE class winner. And that's kind of where that's going to be. It's where it's going to stick. And it was nice. It was fun. It was easy. And, yeah, it was a great night. Great night. Thank you all so very much. We'll be back at it again tomorrow night with the Signature eNASCAR Truck Series. And Mario Mirinda is going to pretty much drive away with this one. As there he is. You're not allowed to burn it out down here, so. And we'll get our cameras updated as well so we can see more of the cars a little closer to them as well, because we all know that I like to be as fruitful as possible. So congratulations to Mario Mirinda for driving it off. I was sad to see Progar have those issues, but we'll see him back in it as well. And we'll talk to all the drivers. We'll talk to some new guests, some new hosts, and yeah. It was a great night, and thank you all so very much. We'll see you tomorrow, and the Signature the Signature Esports Road Series will be back again next Saturday. We'll be right back here at Daytona, and we will be doing it for real. The points, everything, all of that stuff is going to be right there. So we'll get that underway and take a look out here pretty soon. We're going to be advertising the. Well, goodness gracious, there, Mr. Klinger. See you, buddy. Saw him out there burn. I didn't hear him burn it down. We will see you guys very soon, and we will also have our very first 24 hours. We're going to do a 24 hours at Daytona, where it's team raced and for a whole bunch of money. That's going to come up sometime in November. So we'll give that information out to everybody. We appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you to iRacing. Thank you to SDK Gaming for all they do. Thank you to all my sponsors, 46branding.com, Drinking Bros Racing, Roku, of course. Go to your Roku device, click SETV. You'll be able to watch some of the past broadcasts. We try to upload everything every night, but it is a lot of information. It takes a little bit of time, so it usually ends up being 24 hours before it actually gets all the way over to the Roku channel. So we're starting that process, and it's been good. It's definitely been a trying process, but absolutely a fun time. So thank you all very much. We will see you again tomorrow evening for the Signature eNASCAR Truck Series. Real Racing Online on Sunday. We have a cash race that we're going to do as well, but that's not going to be broadcasted. Monday, Tuesday, we have our leisure night, and back at it next Wednesday for the KSDT CPA qualifying for the KSDT CPA Darlington 200. That's going to be next week for the Signature eNASCAR Cup Series. Have a great night. We appreciate you, and we'll talk to you soon.